I didn't have to worry about attendance a lot. If I talk about, how do you make money? Help is given to those who deserve it. Beauty pie is also one of the best.
Hello and welcome to the CSI Show. This is a new beginning, a clean slate, a fresh start.
Okay. Yeah, we get it. It's a new show. Welcome to the CSI Show. It's a show where we talk to inspiring personalities in the community and learn about their journeys and experiences.
I'm Delicia Fernandes.
And I'm Niharika Pattabhi,
And
and
we're
we
your
are your
host
hosts for today. Our first guest is a Google Certified Educator, a software innovator at Intel, and a Microsoft student partner. He has also established the first TensorFlow user group in India.
He is the global influencer for the Google Crowdsource community here in India, and he also manages the Google Developers Club in Mumbai as a co-organizer.
So without further ado, let's everybody give it up for Ali Mustufa Shaikh. Yay!
Thank you so much for
for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us.
Always a pleasure.
So Ali, how are you? How's it been going?
Everything is going good with all that's happening around the world. It's just a bit not normal, but we call it the new normal, but I refrain to use that word because it doesn't reflect us as human beings. So,
Okay, so jumping right in. Ali, what does a day in your life look like?
so the typical day starts with, so it's not like every day is same. I'm a very experimental kind of a guy. So one day it will be like I'll be awake till 4 a.m. and then I will sleep till 2 p.m., have some lunch, and then again, be there till the night. But sometimes I will sleep at 8 p.m. and then I'll get up at 6. I'll go have some, meditation and then ride some cycle and then start my day. And once it starts across the day, before the pandemic, it was typically going to places. So first go to office, finish off the work, like assigned, because I kind of, have a lot of people who help me do my work because it is kind of impossible to do everything yourself. So just give them tasks and then go to my sessions, flights, trains, buses, and a lot of public transport going here to there. But in the pandemic, it's mostly like get up, start your PC, and then sit there for 12 hours, 14 hours straight. So that's how it looks like now.
12 hours, 14 hours of screen time. That's pretty much everybody right now, I'm guessing.
That is a lot of screen time.
Yeah, that's why you can see my specs. So I don't have a number, but they have taken a shoot because of the screen time.
Thankfully,
Okay, so-
I don't have sex.
Yeah, you'll get it soon. Don't worry.
Don't say that. Let me flaunt my 2020 vision.
Great. That's good for you. Okay, so Ali, what exactly would you say your domain is, or what exactly is your interest?
Yeah, so my interest lies in two things specifically. One is human beings alone, so how we connect, how we interact, okay, and so basically that amounts to community. So how the students community kind of cope up with the job market there. How do we get into progress and achieve multiple things while being students. And the second segment focuses on technology, specifically machine learning. So how do we kind of get hold of machine learning, learn it, implement it, and solve business problems in India and outside India, which could help us kind of go towards the path of AIML, like become a super nation and have that superpowers which we can use to solve problems.
Ali, when did you realize this was the right domain for you? When did you think this was the right choice?
Yeah, so making right choices, it's very difficult. And when it comes to me, I am really bad at it. Okay, because if you see, the career options I have chosen, like I wanted to be a pilot when I was in sixth. Okay, and when I became like I came into eighth and ninth, I wanted to be a scientist. And then once I kind of passed 10th standard, my interest suddenly popped into computer. So then I wanted to become, so I specifically had like, I wanted to join mechanical and then become a robotics engineer. But then I didn't got mechanical, typical problem of percentages. I had no option left apart from choosing electronics or computer science. And my brother was there in electronics. So by default, I chose computer science. No much, typical kind of focus area. And once I started, studying computer science, I really liked it, the programs, everything. I loved it. And that's how I decided to do something in that field only. And I started going out in events, learning about technology, and then I chose machine learning as my core. The only reason I chose machine learning because it was very cool back then. Okay, and if you had knowledge about machine learning, it was really cool in your peer area, and people would kind of look up to you because you had really fancy technology name on yourself. And yeah, that's the reason I chose machine learning in the first place. So initially, I started taking classes for KT students in my college. Then it grew up to taking classes for different colleges. Then, yeah, it blew up to taking workshops for thousands of people.
Wow, that sounds
Now you're
cool.
on Google.
Okay, so Ali, when you initially started off with machine learning, was it difficult for you? Like, what challenges did you face when you were initially going towards this path?
Yeah. So when I started with machine learning, the major challenge which I faced was I didn't have a lot of people who could teach me machine learning. I attended a seminar, and that's how I came into machine learning. Like I really liked the technology. I really liked. I was like, it was like a magic, happening around where machines learn, machines kind of do stuff which you just imagine kind of. To learn it, I wanted someone who could actually help me out and teach me because I was not a big fan of learning online. Learning online is really really boring. It's not that interesting as it is offline experience in an offline experience.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's how I started kind of exploring courses, exploring people who could teach me because I was going into different meetups and meeting a lot of people. I actually learned from Googlers and different people who are already having a lot of experience in machine learning. Ajinkya sir is one of them, who is an ML instructor at Google. And learning from them actually gives you, plus 1 point because that knowledge is not available outside, most of the times. And that gives you the ability to learn faster and then go in the market. One major, thing which I would always say is when I started talking about machine learning, I was not an expert. Still, I'm not an expert. Okay, I keep learning it every day, and I keep improving my presentations in that way.
You learn as you
Great. So
go
what?
along.
Yes, you do learn as you go along. What new things have you explored in the lockdown?
Oh, so lockdown has been full of ups and downs. So the first thing which I have actually gained is my weight. Okay, so that is the first
Haven't
thing.
we all?
But
Haven't we all?
I'm kind of a very lazy person when it comes to exercising. So I have gained a ton of it. And the second thing which I actually learned is how to work online. So the online transition in the pandemic, like how do you make sure that you keep people engaged? You are behind that screen, okay? Anyone could be there. He could be kind of sleeping, doing whatever he wished to because you can't see him, okay? You can't see all the people out there, and in an online setting, it's very difficult to understand what your audience is taking away. Okay. And on a personal note, I have kind of, started learning violin.
Why violin exactly? What made you go for violin?
Eh, I've heard that it is one of the hardest to learn. So why not?
Okay, so Ali, you just said that you graduated, so you are batch 2020 then, graduation online.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how was the
Yes.
balance between your college life and following your path, your own journey?
Yeah. It always is an intersection. Okay. And it's like they both collide in between most of the times. Okay. And the college life is traveling at its own pace. It has assignments. It has a lot of stuff which you need to complete, and a lot of useless stuff as well. And in your professional life, like in my life, most of the things I have been very kind of focused about that I need to achieve this. I need to set my goals for this year. I need to visit 100 colleges. I need to deliver in this many institutes and so on. I can proudly say that I compromised a lot on my academics to achieve my professional life. Like I even had 1 year of drop. I thought for a lot of time that I would just leave the college because I had that feeling that, okay, if I leave the college, I will be like, then the dropout part. My dean, sir, Samir sir, he's very kind, and he is, like a mentor to me. So he was with an opinion that, you should definitely complete this. You have spent 3 years of your life and 3 lakh rupees as well. So why not, go 1 year and complete your graduation, and that would really help you. And in that 1 year of gap which I had in the drop period, I actually kind of, set my part really good. And I was able to explore a lot of options. I was able to experiment. I was able to fail and then set my part properly into my professional life. I didn't have to worry about attendance a lot because, my college knew what I was doing. You can say I had privilege. And I had privilege in terms of getting my attendance done. I had privilege in terms of, not having a lot of pressure from my college. So yeah, that would really sum up my college and my professional life.
Okay, so Ali, how do you look for opportunities? I mean, in machine learning, as you said, that you chose it and then you were new to it. So how do you look for opportunities in your field?
I remember a very quote from my favorite series of Harry Potter. Okay, help is given to people, those who ask for it. That's one part. And then he rephrases the whole stuff to
help will always be given at Hogwarts to those who deserve it.
The one thing which I always see when I'm, going for an opportunity, what I see is what is the risk which I am getting involved into. What is the risk factor? How much time investment do I need? Will I be able to make it up? Will I be able to commit to the policies of the program? Will I be able to kind of, manage my time, manage my studies, manage everything which I have? So I do a kind of, you can say risk assessment that what is going to happen if I kind of go for this or if I doesn't go for this. How is it going to impact my, you can say professional life? You look around to people who are actually there in the field, you talk to them, you see their style, and then you make your own.
So, looking at your career path and how you go for various talks. So, Ali, I think you would be the right person to answer this question. How do you monetize of one's talent? What would be the initial steps to monetize of your talent?
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, so monetization is very, very important. Okay, monetization is where you actually get, a monetary benefit out of that talent. Okay, so basically, if you try to explain what I do to my parents, okay, uh, I cannot kind of convert that to words and tell them, okay, that this is what I do. And one thing I tell them is I don't have a government job. Okay, so that they are, to make them understand, to put yourself into perspective. Monetary benefits kind of help you that, okay, this is what I make and this is what I do. Okay, and that gives them a confidence that, okay, he's doing something and he's earning something, so maybe he can make his career and we can lend him some free time. We don't pressurize him in doing XYZ factors or compare him with XYZ students because he's making some money at least. If I talk about how do you make money, the first thing is you don't make money. Okay, when you initially start doing stuff, you are very newbie at it. You don't know how things work, and uh, you know I believe that when you should charge is when you are very specialized at that thing which you are doing. Okay, so you should not be charging people at a thing which you are learning, or you are not a kind of a person who can suggest major changes into, because that also destroys your credibility in a very long run, because that would impact a lot of their decisions because of your little work which you are learning and you are implementing at the same moment. You are not following the best practices and so on. And once you know that you are at a level where you can actually say that if I teach a student, he will definitely clear that subject. Okay, now at that moment I am very confident about it, and I am like, okay, now I can charge people. Okay, so I look at the market price 5,500 for a subject, my price 3,500 for a subject. Okay, now if you are a student, which I have already taught, 2,500 bucks for you. Okay, so slapping discounts in initial time is very, very important. to make sure that you have your base, which you already carried from. Okay. And then comes the next part, which is moving ahead and then monetizing it more. Okay, once you start doing for free, you start learning, you start growing, and then you have that perfection in you. I can deliver talk fearlessly on the stage, in front of 100 people, in front of 1,000 people, it doesn't really matter. And the second part is I'm proficient with technology. Now I know how the technology works, and I can take workshops, I can kind of implement that for businesses and so on. Once you have that stage, till then you do free, or you exchange things instead of money.
I think we've had a pretty intense conversation up until now. So to switch things up a little bit, I think we should have a little game.
Yep, I think that'll be great. So, Ali, here's how the game will work. We're going to ask you 5 questions, out of which you need to answer all of them, obviously. And you need to answer them with the first 3 things that come to your mind. Okay? But you'll have only 5 seconds to answer each question.
Okay. 5 seconds are very less, but yeah, that's fine.
That makes it rapid.
Okay.
So, first question: top favorite TV shows?
Yeah, so it was Breaking Bad, it is Big Bang Theory, and it is Suits.
The last one.
Who doesn't like food?
I watched it like almost 3 times right now.
Yeah, I have watched it like 5 times because
Oh
it,
my
it is so good that every single time I go there, I cannot stop watching the whole episodes, then just watch Mike, and then, watch Harvey, and then watch Donna, and then you are like, Donna is making a chatbot. Okay, that's good. That's IT.
Exactly. Oh my god,
So,
yeah. Who's your favorite character on Suits?
Donna. No doubt, Donna.
Yes.
I'm Donna, and I'm awesome.
I
Donna
want to be
Kapoor.
Donna in real life.
Who doesn't?
She's so cool.
Okay. Going on to the next question. Favorite energy drink?
That's Red Bull, and only Red Bull.
Okay, we don't need a timer for this one.
But yeah, you can count in Monster, but I have had Monster only once. But Red Bull, like, it's the companion for every day. So yeah.
Question: top favorite movies?
Top favorite movies, we have Inception, we have Interstellar, and then we have from India, Tumbar.
Next question: top favorite YouTubers?
Yeah, it's Flying Beast, no doubt. Okay, that's really awesome. And then I have Lawrence, so Tensor, the whole channel. And then I have PewDiePie is also one of the best. So PewDiePie, and then Mr. Beast, but Mr. Beast is okay, only 3, so Mr. Beast, sorry.
Okay, final question.
Top 3 favorite songs? Go.
The first one is always gonna be Jeene Mena Dil Lutiya, and then Shallow. And then there comes the third one, which is I forgot the name again. And then The Night We Met. Yes, that's really awesome.
Oh yeah.
3 songs. Nostalgic vibe.
Okay, so that's it for the game, I guess. Let's go back to some nice
The
questions.
Okay.
Okay, so Ali, most engineers, I mean, for them, their dream college is like Facebook, Amazon, Apple, Netflix, Google, the FANG companies. So, and you being associated with most of them already, Google, Intel, Microsoft. So, what is your dream company?
So I don't have a name for my dream company per se. The reason why is because I share a vision of making students realize their potential when they are in college, making them experiment, making them capable enough that once they graduate, they know that, what they are doing, what fields they interest in. So they don't waste their professional years doing so while, they feel left out while they are like, my friends are ahead of me and now I'm not able to do this. So that was like my major goal. Like I don't find myself successful because unless and until I have that point where I am able to make a model which runs without me, at that moment I can say that, okay, this is something good, because tomorrow I'm gone, everything is gone. So it doesn't work that way. So I need to make sure that, there's a model in place which actually helps this young minds discover themselves in such a way where they are, free of mind. They know what they are doing. They know what choices, how it's going to affect them. They know, the basics of risk assessment and how it happens. So my dream company would be a company which would actually fill this gap, okay, which others are not caring about, okay. And I might start my own, but yeah, it takes a lot of courage. It takes a lot of, kind of planning and a lot of things to get started and start a whole company. Like I'm doing it on individual level until the moment I'm able to do it. It's okay. But yeah, I'm definitely would want a company which would focus on this. We just need a good business model which could actually help these kids realize their potential. It's not always about fame. Yeah. Everyone, even if everyone wants to become, one of the employees of FANG, it is not quite possible, right? If you see today, there are so many people who are doing competitive programming. There are no less number of people, right? There are a huge number of people who are doing it. And what is happening is the competition is increasing. So now Google will be selecting the best from the best. Okay. And it is going to become soon like an IIT exam, right? Where the seats are less, but the competitors are more, and not everyone is going to get that. Okay. And I say always this is that, the only way all the people in India, all the graduates, at least in India, are going to be employable is only through entrepreneurship, where people kind of go and start their own ventures. They solve and they, kind of build up startups which can solve for themselves and people around them. So yeah, that's my dream company, if you ask.
You
That is
talked
a
about
very
this on the
descriptive.
podcast as well, I think, where you're saying
Yeah.
you're looking forward to having more innovations in our own country where people come up with things that is going to benefit our own country and help in building that. So, what would you say are
Yeah.
the new innovations or something that are like that you're looking forward to in the future?
Yeah, so I'm specifically looking at some of the things which can change the education system as in whole. Okay, because education is very very important and is very key because everyone is kind of everyone is entitled to, everyone should be able to afford education. The first thing, okay. Apart from that, the thing is it should be quality education. The ROI should be proper. We should make it mandatory on the colleges that if you're charging 4 lakh rupees, the minimum wages you are going to give to their students is 4 lakh rupees. And if you don't, then you return the money because your education is not, it becomes waste, right? But that's another option that students are not concentrating or students are not, kind of attending all the sessions and all that. So that's a different point of view. But so one example to give you is online courses, the retention rate is like around 10%, not even 10%. Okay. It's less than that. That means 100 people enroll, 10 people complete the course. Okay. Online lectures of colleges.
Oh
Okay.
my God.
You know how many people, so what are the
Let's
consequences
not
if you
even
don't
go on the
attend it,
numbers.
but yeah, they are attending, right? So yeah, the point is they are coming online, okay, and they are at that point where they are waking up for giving their attendance.
Yes, sir.
But yeah, that reform, that innovation which brings in education system is something which will help people. Why people trust MS more? Why do they? Because they know that after investing 20 lakh rupees, they are going to get a job which will pay their loan within a year or two or three maximum, and they will have a lifestyle which people dream of. So why can't we make that happen while we are doing B and B Tech? Why do I study 4 year of engineering when I can get a 3 month of training from LTI and I can work for them, right? Doesn't make
Yeah.
sense, right? Spending 4 years, because if LTI sets up its own institute and he's like, pay me 1 lakh, I will teach you for 3 months and I will hire you on 4 lakhs package per year. What's wrong with that? I will be more than happy to go and give them 1 lakh rupees because I am seeing the ROI here. Again, I'm seeing that okay, this is what I'm going to get once I'm going to pay to them and I'm going to get the training and I'm going to be hired by them. Okay. So why is this college in between? Right. So innovation in education is very, very important. Okay. And it is important to create reforms. We are changing. Okay. But you're changing too slowly. Okay. And you are doing very little. So this is one key area. Okay. Another area is that you see the number of patents filed, as compared to US, as compared to China, as compared to India. Okay. And the culture of making products which actually, are which can be patent worthy. Okay. What happens with our final year projects? Okay. Nothing. If you read the book, the biography of APJ Abdul Kalam sir and his vision 2020, that thing, if was implemented, right? 2020 would be really different for India. Okay. And it is different. We have progressed. It is not like we have not progressed. Okay. It is not, you can say, the, the force of 1.3 billion people. Okay. Because if in America, 10% of our population can do so much, why can't so many people can do, how it comes like it becomes a very little productive when it goes out there. So yeah, these are some aspects which I look forward to.
Okay, I'll go on to the last question. Okay. So, Ali, what is your end goal in life?
Okay, that's a very open-ended question. My end goal is not, so much set up as of now. I'm a very, kind of an experimental person because I love experimenting with things. And at one moment I will be, as I told you, like I would think something and then I would do something else and I would tell something else as well.
जो मैं बोलता हूँ वो मैं करता हूँ जो मैं नहीं बोलता हूँ वो मैं definitely करता हूँ.
But I really imagine, I have visited Kerala a lot of times and I love, the sceneries there, the weather there. It's really awesome. And I would imagine settling there someday, maybe, and having fun. But as I look forward, it is more like, establishing that one part where I am confident that, this is going to run for generations. And it is going to create, a huge impact. Though people don't remember me, that's not my goal. What I want to achieve with all these things is to make more and more people leaders in their local communities. Okay. So where I want to, loop this into infinite loops of, you can say impact. We don't want followers. Okay. We want more leaders. When you are, acting as an individual influencer, it does, make impact, but it is not that widespread. Because, to give you an example of brand endorsement, people would be like, okay, that is good. But unless and until you have some reviews from peers, that's not going to work. And here, if you try to replicate that with this model of leadership, again, as young, leaders, our duty is to make sure that, we impact these people, to make sure they think of themselves and they come out of this loop, they take control of their life, they, be what they want to be. They are happy with, earning 10 rupees per day, they're happy earning, lakh rupees a day, totally up to them. But make them realize that, okay, this is what life you're choosing. Again, we are, making someone who can, go out there and impact thousands of more people. So that's kind of, you can say, end goal or, end vision going forward looks like. Let's see how much I can implement it.
We are done. So thank you so much, Ali. Thank you for being our first guest on the CSI show. We hope you had as much as fun as we did.
Yeah, it was really awesome talking with you folks.
Yes. And to all the viewers who have watched this on YouTube, thank you so much for watching the CSI show.
Yes, so be sure to like, share, subscribe, and comment down below who you want us to interact with next.
Until next time, let's make it happen.
Make it happen.
Thank you, Ali. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you for doing that.
Thank you so much for inviting me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Have a nice
Bye.
day. Have fun.
Yeah.